So I'm Pierre-Francois Thaler, co-founder and co-CEO of Ecovadis. Really happy to be here today. We are the largest platform for business sustainability ratings. We are helping procurement professionals all over the world understand the environmental and social performance of their business partners. Really glad to be here, introducing Demo 2021, and what the best location to be talking about startups and entrepreneurs than DPW. I think DPW itself is an example of how startups can really transform their industries. I remember the discussions with Matthias 3-4 years ago in New York. It was a one-man band at that time, and he had big plans. And today, I see really that the digital procurement world is becoming the standard for its industry with thousands of participants today. So kudos to Matthias, and really glad to be kicking off Demo 2021. So, before introducing the demos, I want to just share with you a couple of ideas and why I think it's now one of the best time ever to create a digital procurement startup. If we look at the past 18 months, COVID, has changed a lot of things in our life, but I see three main changes. One is a huge acceleration in digital. Many are saying that we've gained 10 years in digital adoption. Second one is the importance of supply chain resilience has raised a lot. Even in the news today, we keep hearing about the supply chain disruption and the importance of supply chain. And the last one is about sustainability. We'll talk about this one later. But at the intersection of digital and supply chain, procurement tech is getting a lot of momentum in the past 18 months. So, a couple of facts, or a couple of, why is it happening this way? The first thing is the world of enterprise software is growing like crazy. Ecovadis, we were started 14 years ago now. I think the industry for, enterprise software, enterprise SaaS has been multiplied by 100, since we started. Easy access to funding, easy access to development tools, no code, plus digital marketing tools helping you to scale, and conferences like DPW. It makes things much easier. And yesterday, I was looking at a report published by Bessemer Venture, famous VC. They published their Cloud 100 report, looking at the top 100 enterprise software companies. The average valuation of those companies is now $5 billion. That's the average, not the biggest. The average is $5 billion, twice more than last year. And most of those companies are still growing 100% year over year. In the procurement world, a few companies are listed, but if we just look at the one which is listed, Coupa, they're 10 years old, 700 million revenue already, $20 billion market cap. And in their investor presentation a couple of weeks ago, they were saying that with 2,000 customers, they're just covering 5% of the total market. So huge room to grow. And those big procurement platforms are also an opportunity for procurement startups. I think what was pioneered by Salesforce, for sales automation 10 years ago with their App Store and their App Exchange, allowing plenty of innovative marketing solutions to thrive. The same thing is happening in procurement. iValua, Ariba, Coupa, Jaeger, they all have huge platforms, and they understand that they need to move to an ecosystem app, an app store strategy. And even specialized providers like Ecovadis, we are smaller, but already close to 1,000 employees globally, and we're influencing $2.5 trillion of spend every year with our sustainability ratings. We realize that if we want to deliver on our mission, to transform the supply chain to make them more sustainable, we will need also to embed other solutions in our platform. So that's why we are really keen to sponsor Digital Procurement World and demos this year. I think procurement is more ready and more eager than ever to use technology. I remember when we started Ecovadis 14 years ago, the first meeting with CPOs, I was already amazed on how fast and how quick they were to embrace, innovation. We were a 2-people company. The first meeting with the chief procurement officer of AXA, I remember he told us, go and, I'm ready to start. I'm ready to sign up for a pilot after the first meeting. This is happening, I think, even faster now. What's happened in marketing, where we see chief marketing officers, they are using 10, 20, 50 solutions in their tech stack. Procurement, they realize that they also need to have a wide range of solutions. They won't have a single platform covering all types of needs. So now is the best time ever for you to start a company, but doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It's going actually to be quite challenging. The landscape is really crowded now. I remember when we started, there were maybe 5 big players, 25 emerging players. Now we have hundreds. I was looking at Spend Matters last, the famous analyst blog from our friend Jason Bush. Last week they were referencing 512 procurement service providers for procurement tech only. So huge number of players. If you want to succeed, I have 3 advice for you. The first one is you need to be laser focused. Second one, you need to be laser focused. And third one, you need to be laser focused. You need to find one problem and solve it. Just stick to it and provide a global platform for this. When we started Ecovadis, we were focused on providing the largest platform for sustainability ratings for supply chain. We had many temptations over the years to unfocus, start doing other things. We stick to this, and we're really glad today to be supporting 50,000 businesses across the world and growing very fast. And then, last but not least, sustainability. We talked earlier about those 3 mega trends who are really shaping our world in a different way, and sustainability is one of them. I know sustainability is one of the 5 categories for DEMO 2021, but I think across all categories, across all the 4 categories, whether it's risk, automation, cost savings, sustainability needs to be top of mind if you're an entrepreneur and if you're creating a new solution for the procurement world. We just released the Ecovadis Sustainable Procurement Barometer. That's a study interviewing CPOs all over the world. We've been doing for 14 years. This year we published it with Stanford University, and you can download it on ecovadis.com. I think for the first year, one of the results we find, one of the findings is CPOs are saying that achieving their company sustainability goals is more important than topics like cost savings. I think really the first year I've seen that, and we've done this for 14 years. When we just look at one topic, climate crisis, climate transition, we understand why focus of chief procurement officers is changing. Supply chain are responsible for 80% of global emissions. So it means procurement professionals, you have in your hands 80% of the solutions. Transforming your supply chain is key if we want to address the challenge we need to face in the coming 10 years or 9.5 years, actually, when we race towards the 2030 goal. So for this, we will need 2 things. We will need courageous CPOs and procurement executives who will drive changes in their organizations, and we will need entrepreneurs bringing innovative solutions. So I'm really glad to be here today because we have both. And I also really think that if we fast forward to 2030, which is the milestone or the deadline set by a scientific community to really transform our economies, in 2030, I think no one will be remembered for implementing a new cost-saving program, a new compliance program. But if you can really, transform your supply chain, if you can really engage thousands of your suppliers into carbon reduction, this will have a massive impact for the next 10 years. So we are counting on you. And now, congratulations to the 75 startups who were shortlisted. The entrepreneurs in each of those companies are really the heroes today. And now, over for the grand finale with the 2 top startups for each of our 5 categories. Thank you, and very impatient to see who the winners will be.